we are at SMPTE. I've got Siegfried from Fraunhofer IIS. And first of all, let's just start off by telling people what it is you do.
Yeah, I'm working in the Fraunhofer IIS as head of department for moving picture technologies. So we are always looking to the next generation video experience. So we develop in the past things like digital cinema cameras, or we developed post-production tools. In the moment we are looking more to LightField technology and immersive media technologies. So that's what we are doing today.
Okay, so how LightField technologies will work within media and entertainment, so that's really your goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. But it's not restricted to the media and entertainment industry, of course. We also want to look what other industries can take use of it. But the media and entertainment industry is the focus on our side. Yeah.
You're here at SMPTE. You were chair of a VR session.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that and how you see VR progressing?
Yeah. You know, VR is available for some time in the meantime. And if you look to the last Gartner hype cycle from July 2018, you see that VR and AR is in this valley of disillusionment. So that means the first hype is over. But I think it's coming back, especially if you can create some new experiences based on more than 3 degrees of freedom. So walking around in an area, for example, creating some 6 degrees of freedom. But for this, you need some kind of, let's say, either LightField technology or some volumetric capturing. At least here in our session, we get some feedback how we can improve the VR experience based on, let's say, the combination of technical aspects and creative aspects and business models. So it's not only a question about how good is the technology, what advances we have in technology. Of course, we can have better head-mounted displays, but at the end the question is how can we attract the audience, how can we make better immersive experiences. So at the end the viewer wants to have a good experience and he needs, of course, a good story. And that's the reason why I think the storytelling is a very important topic. So it's one topic to have good images on your glasses, to have good, let's say, experiences on other senses, maybe also on the smell or on the taste or on the haptic. Okay. But for all of this, you need a good story. And that's the reason why in the session today we addressed how the user experience can be improved and what kind of additional aspects have to be considered. Right.
So would you say that most people have had some sort of VR experience and almost like the novelty wore off and now we need this next step of creativity and storytelling and so where we could go from there, and where do you see that happening? How do we get there?
Yeah, I think it's more an interdisciplinary thing. So that means you cannot say here the engineer develops something and makes a good product, and then it comes from heaven and something is good. So you need to integrate also the writers, the directors, the storytellers, and also of course at the end the camera people who have the right perspective and the right people who create then a good story out of this.
Okay, so they can't just know a piece of it, they have to know the entire process.
Yeah.
And how do they get there?
Yeah, of course we have to make more better experiences. We have to bring these communities together. So that means the technical guys have to speak with the creative guys and the opposite, of course. And then I think it can happen. And that's the reason also why I joined now a new position at the film school in Munich, the HFF. So here I'm heading now the technology study program, because I think it's very important today not to have the traditional classical storytelling, but also to experiment and test what new kind of storytelling you can create.
Fantastic. And is that happening now? Are you on staff there now?
Yeah, I'm started on 1st of October this year. So it's
soon.
Very recently, yeah,
yeah.
just in time.
Yeah.
And I'm just try to figure out what is the best steps to attract the creative students. Yeah, and it will be an interesting experience also for me to see how the creative guys will work with the technology, and also how my technology guys work with the creative people.
Sounds great. Will you be doing anything online, or is it all in person at the school?
Yeah, it's in the moment all in person. We will see at a later stage maybe that we give some more information, more webinars, but in the moment it's in person, yeah.
It's fantastic. Well, I'm please keep in touch and let us know how it's going, and thank you so much.
Yeah,
thanks for coming.
Thank you.